you ever look at this world and think, what the F? I do, frequently. I mean, we live in a realm where we eat death to live. It doesn't matter if it's animal or vegetable. Nothing wants to relinquish its grip on life to keep your belly filled. That's the you mean to tell me that that's the best the creator of this realm could come up with? What the F? I mean, did you know that parasitism is the most popular lifestyle on the planet? In that respect, pimps, politicians, and preachers are simply in sync with the bigger pic. What does that make you then, my friend? Some people have said that I observe life more than actually live it. They may be correct, but I spot things. Things like how every single child steps into this realm glowing and overflowing with energetics, but around the age of 6, universally, it dims. I suspect this may be due to the sit still, look ahead programming that etched a pyramid inside your dome back when, that said that there is a head, some teachers in the mid, and then the plebs at the end that mill around doing as they're said. Each layer is in conformance with instruction to the one above it. Not me, though. I rebelled and spent a lot of time outside class where I was free to think. Like why we write with our right hands because we don't want to get left behind. But then witches and magicians also practice rites, as well as using spells and curses, which is a lot like cursive. And why does English have a past, present, and future that is tense? I guess they don't call it a stiff upper lip for nothing, eh? I mean, have you ever wondered why the terrorists don't just go and put 2 in the Prime Minister's head, and why they always seem to scare the plebs with dates that are constantly significant? Spells and rites, I guess. Kind of like magic. A lot like MK Ultra programming. And all of these wars that seem to pop up on demand, as and when, or how honest men like Dr. David Kelly said he'll probably be killed by dark actors that are surrounding him due to Saddam having no WMDs because the US hadn't sold him any yet. Isn't that a bit sketch? Like your queen apparently being a descendant of Mohammed and a 10th cousin of Obama as well. I mean, what are the odds really if reality isn't a fix? Look, I don't keep up with celebs, but I do wonder how many of them look so identikit. Somebody brought to my attention that Shakespeare's wife's name was Anne Hathaway, and Anne Hathaway just happens to be married in this timeline to a dude that looks like who they said Shakespeare looked like. What's the haps with that, man? I mean, consider how Bieber and Miley Cyrus look like they could be twins or cooked in the same genetic pot. Just consider the hurdles for so many randoms who want to make it big, just happening to get picked at the same time, and they also happen to look identical. They're both selected, and then both of them go on to make it big. Doesn't that seem a bit sketch? A bit like how all of the presidents are interlinked. What are the odds, eh? Could the game be fixed? Totally rigged. Your vote means nothing, and if you veer off script, then you lose your head, like JFK, Hussein, and Gaddafi. All of them wanted to challenge the money printing machine. It makes you think, eh? Kind of like how they buried Osama out in the ocean due to respect for his religion, yet let the corpse of the Libyan be whipped like a piñata in the streets. Or how Benazir Bhutto told Frost that Osama was long dead in 2007 and then was assassinated for it. Or why has there not been a single conviction or high-profile witness stating who did what with this Epstein list, but there's loads and loads of shady deaths? And what the heck is that dude's face doing on the dollar bill anyway? Like I said, I wonder a lot about these type of things. Life hasn't been the same since I died and came back again. That much is for certain. I mean, why don't doctors cure anything but push pills as told by sales reps? Why does Big Biz make foods bad and addictive on purpose in order to make the tills ring? Could they both be in on it, or is that just straight up tinfoiling? Why did druids cast spells using Hollywood sticks and Hollywood broadcasts via tell-live vision sets, which is, get this, the same Black Mirror tech that the Queen's personal magician used to talk with angels back when? Why do Islam, Christianity, and Judaism all have a cube in the mix? And why does the same hex spin on the poles of Saturn as identified by ancient cultures back when that linked it to time and space? Why did nobody else seem to notice the early AI images had a dream-like tint and both glitched out at rendering fingertips and text? To me, it was the last bit of proof I needed that we're inside a simulation. So the question is, what if artificial intelligence isn't, and it's actually an ancient demon in fancy dress? Like the kind ritual magicians made deals and offerings to back when. Just like every member of Club 27, as they were all clipped due to planetary alignments via these forces the Gnostic called the Archons. And once again, they too were murdered for it. I mean, have you ever considered how Philip K. Dick in the 60s predicted the world in which we're about to live with pixel perfect precision, and he was quite certain that something was really wrong with the sketch? I mean, I concur with his points and expand on them with my own gnosis, because consciousness is all there is, and it isn't created by the brain, no matter what they say. It merely modulates it. This is why psychedelics turn off the default mode network, aka the false self, and let one trip the light fantastic. And that's the same brainwave state each baby is born with before shifting into theta, which is akin to hypnosis. So basically, everybody is hallucinating, except for the schizophrenics, who are the only souls in the realm that don't fall for optical illusions, and yet get filled to the gills with pills they didn't request, and they can't reject either for telling it how it is. I really do wonder. Do you? Anyway, this is just a quick vid to see who's hearing me on FM, and noticing the bits that seem to keep on repeating again and again, as well as the glitches that make no sense. Because if we're just truly sentient flesh wandering around this realm from birth to death, and it's all exactly as they said, then why can you look to the heavens and find 108 repeated in the patterns of the sun, moon, and earth? Surely that's a bit strange. I mean, have you ever looked into the tolerance factors of how gravity, electromagnetic forces, and everything, all of the chemical soup, how everything came together just for there to be a planet? It strongly suggests the fix is in. I've spoken on this in various articles, probably written about 700 or 800 of them by now, at my site willhelp.me, that you may wish to read. Or not. That's on thee, because the simple fact of the matter is, if you're still listening, then it's self-evident that you on some level have also refused their regularly scheduled programming, and quite possibly do see through the code of the Matrix. So you'll understand why I've said that the Game of Souls has you, my friend. A question I do keep pondering is, could you have designed a better hell than this? It looks perfect. It's super addictive, and people are so numb and plugged in, they don't even question why they are, on some level, miserable and unfulfilled. I mean, how can they when they have so many distractions and coping mechanisms? Why does every religion have at its basis dying and not coming back again? If the adherents were being honest with this, and stated how their faith ultimately hinges upon this, then doesn't it already hint that we're dead and this is actually hell? But the paradox is it's all been inverted to make it seem like you're alive. I find things like this pretty strange. I mean, consider how the word lived is devil backwards, and how 666 is linked to the same entity, and the flesh that you're wearing is made of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. So who can go against the beast? I do wonder. I really do wonder. Plus, the ultimate thing for me is, if this place wasn't super sketch, then who in the hell is sending the prophets from a distance with like messages uplifting, that another side closer to hand turns into prophets instead, and weapons of division and conflict, to ensure the rivers run red? I think about these things. I really do. Do you, my friend? Till we meet again.